Ever wonder how pro players can hit the perfect lob or drop shot on command? It looks effortless, but they're not relying on talent, they're relying on feel. In this video, Coach Tim is sharing powerful exercises that can dramatically improve your feel for the ball, helping you hit better lobs, drop shots, and touch shots with confidence. Stick around because these simple exercises could completely change the way you play tennis.
Oh, close. Yeah! Dude, nice, man. Excellent. Feel is one of the most under-practiced things that beginners do in tennis.
Okay.
It's so incredibly important. 90% of players, they just want to focus on power, crushing the ball. But what they don't realize is that feel is so crucial to becoming a good all-around tennis player. Right now, if you look on the tour, you look at the top players in the world, they have now, the drop shot is a key shot in tennis. You look at Alcaraz, he's the one who has created this new trend with drop shot, and that is all to do with feel. So it's incredibly important. And what feel does as well, it doesn't just give you feel at the net, it teaches you to learn to have feel with the bigger strokes. So this is what happens. I coach kids and they want to hit from the baseline, but they can't even hit within the short court. So Alex, you're a great golfer. You've got an awesome golf channel. I love it. So I want to ask you a question. Can you think of any similarities between the game of golf and tennis?
I think the largest similarities are the rotation, also how you grip your racket and set up before you hit. And then I would say a lot of biomechanics across a lot of these rotational sports are also very similar.
I want to ask you another question. When those are great answers. The same thing, kinetic chain. With golf, your follow through in the swing, there's probably 100 different similarities. Right. But I want to ask you something about the short game in golf. So within 100 yards, I want to ask you, what do you need to have a good short game? With chipping and putting and within 100 yards, what are some specifics that give you that good short game?
I think the most important thing is you need consistency.
Anything else?
You need to know your clubs and your distances. Anything more? I mean, you need to hit the ball well. This is a hard test. What's the answer?
To be able to have a good short game in golf, you have to have feel. You have to have feel with your club.
Okay.
You have to be able to feel the club face, hit the ball with feel. That's what that finesse and feel. That's what's going to give you a good short game in many cases. So it's the same in tennis. Okay. It's the same type of thing in tennis. Okay. So I want to run you through a test here. So you can see I've set up 3 golf holes. Okay?
Why are these golf holes?
So here's the fairway, right? That's the fairway. This is the pin.
Okay.
Right? This is sort of the green.
Interesting.
The green. So we've got 3 holes. This one we ran out of cones. So this is basically the flag.
No green. You have to hole in one that. Right?
What's that?
This one you have to hit a hole in one.
Yeah, okay. That's it. Okay, I like that. That's going to be a hole in one. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Without any instruction, I want you with your forehand to be able to get it as close to the hole as possible. On the backhand with a slice, I want you to get to this hole here. This is hole number 1, number 2, number 3. And then with this one, with your forehand, I want you to try to get a hole in one on this one.
Okay. If the audience is thinking what I'm thinking, we're very lost right now, but we're gonna trust you.
Yes.
This is Tim's secret training technique that's gonna help us develop feel. We don't know where it's going, but sometimes you just have to believe. All right, let's try this.
Okay. He gets five balls per hole to get as close as possible.
So do I go 5 each? And
yeah, so start with this one, 5 shots at
start
this.
with that one?
5 with that one and 5 with that one.
And I can use forehand or backhand?
No, forehand here on hole 1, backhand for hole 2, and then forehand back to forehand for...
This is a fun video, but let's see how this improves my tennis.
Okay. Okay, good. That's good. Okay, but remember, we're trying to get it to land near the hole, right? Like in golf. We're not trying to hit it.
Is it not near? Oh, you want the ball to stop?
Yes.
Wait, you needed some instruction then. That was, okay, wait, let me try again. Now that I know the instructions. So does it need to stop there?
Ooh, it's not bad. Nice. Whoa. Okay.
Wait, so what's good? Like you wanted to stop there or slow down there?
Yeah, I want you to be as close to the pin as possible.
The ball needs to stop there.
Yes.
Okay. So now this side?
Yes, and this is the backhand side.
Okay.
Nice. Nice. That's nice. Last one. Okay, now this is the drop shot. So,
Okay. So I need to stop there.
yes, and you can do your choice of backhand or forehand, whatever you want to choose.
Okay, I'll use forehand. What the?
As you can see, there's not even one ball on the blue here.
Can you do it?
You're
Can you show me? Can you show me what that looks like?
Yes.
Oh. Can you really get it to stop though? Okay, I see. And yours is much more controlled and consistent than mine.
Yes.
Yes.
I was taking a lot of the shock out of ball coming forward, and I used specific technique to do that.
Okay.
So we're going to run through that right now.
So quick question.
Yes.
When we're talking about all the feel right now, are we just mainly applying this to this front court area?
No.
We're going to apply it to everything?
Yes. So if you're in the back of the court and you need to do a lob, you have to have feel to get that lob. So
Oh
it's all
my.
about accuracy.
So you're
right?
going to teach us on all the shots.
We're going to focus mainly at the net. For
Okay,
now.
but the principles apply to all the shots.
The principles apply to all of them. And you know, through my years coaching and working on feel, my lob has become exceptionally better because I can control the ball, put it 4 feet above somebody's head and go for a winner, right? So this is where feel is so important. So I'm going to go through a few things here, a few fundamentals, three specific things. So number one, I want to drill this into your head, okay? This grip is called continental grip. So these are bevels. That's number one, number two, number three, number four, okay? So the top is 0, number 1. So we're focused on number 1 here. So I want your knuckle.
Yes.
So I want this knuckle here. I want that to be on bevel number 1.
My knuckle, my index knuckle.
Your index knuckle, right here. So right on bevel number 1.
If I were to slide my knuckle in here from the bevel,
Yes.
it would be like here.
Perfect. Yes.
And then his knuckle stays here.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. Okay, so this is crucial. And the continental grip is not just for volleys, it's for serves, it's for slices. This grip is so incredibly important in tennis. So number 1, continental grip, massive. The next one, gotta have soft hands, right? When you're swinging a hammer, you don't have soft hands.
Yes.
When you have a paintbrush.
Is that true, Diego? When we swing hammers, we don't have soft hands?
No.
No.
No, if you're
Conflict.
Well, if you're hammering a hammer in the wall, right, you're going to be strong grip hitting it.
Is that true, Diego?
Well, to get speed, yeah, gonna be.
Okay, maybe I'll use a different analogy. Okay, okay. Compare that to like a paintbrush, right? So this is having soft hands. So when you have your hand in your racket in your hand, think of having your grip sort of nice and soft, like soft hands. You don't want to grip it, just nice. And this is similar to the volley too. So just have nice, soft hands. You can kind of move it around and you just feel that softness, that lightness with the racket. So that's key, soft hands, okay? I want you to have the racket has to be out in front, okay? They're on both sides. The racket always has to be out front, okay? So those are the 3 tips. So in really what you're doing with the soft hands, right, out in front, continental grip, you're absorbing the pace of the shot, like a shock absorber, right? So that's what you want to think of.
So to recap, we wanted the continental grip.
Yes.
We wanted the soft hands.
Soft hands.
And we wanted our racket in front.
In front, yes.
And all of this is with the objective of cushioning as much as possible.
Yes.
One
Shock
thing
absorption,
I also
okay?
want to share about this continental grip, I learned recently from an Olympian.
Okay.
He called this the claw grip.
claw
And
grip.
why this is good at cushioning is if you did your hammer grip, it's like a surface area. You have
Yes.
less surface area. But once you go into what he called the claw grip, you actually spread out the surface area on your hands so you can cushion more evenly.
That's smart. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a great tip. Awesome. See, I'm learning here too. Great. I want you to have that grip, and I want you to softly try. So he's going to throw it to me, and I'm going to try to catch the ball on the racket. Go. So I'm trying to catch it like this. Okay, good. 1. Throw it up. Okay. So that's what I want you to try.
That
to
is
do.
feel.
That's feel.
That's
Exactly.
hard.
Okay.
There's so much
Give it a
velocity
try.
on
So
this
remember,
ball
we're-
here.
Yeah, we're continental. We're soft hands. Racket out in front.
I'll do it. Oh, one sec. Back contact point. What? Wait, give me 2 more.
Give it a
I'll
go.
get it.
Close. Soft hands.
Oh, gotta carry more.
Yeah. Oh, close. Oh,
This is,
so really good. So really try to scoop it. It's just,
I have
again,
to turn it faster.
yes, yeah, turn it faster.
Okay.
Oh, so
faster.
close.
Okay, got it.
Don't until you make some.
Oh,
Gotta come back. Okay.
oh, so close. Yeah.
Oh, saved it.
Good, nice,
Yeah.
man, excellent.
We do things differently here. We don't sell courses and we don't hide great coaching behind paywalls because everything we teach on this channel stays completely free and that's never changing. If you want to help keep it that way, join our YouTube memberships where you'll get access to our private community, member perks, and you'll be directly supporting free education for people everywhere. Now back to the video.
Okay, so that's a great example of having feel, right? You know, and to do that is, as you can see, it's not so easy. Let's try again with our golf course and let's see how you do, okay?
Okay.
Whoa, much better.
Is that too close?
Look at
I should
that.
go further? But that's okay. Hey.
Amazing. Okay, backhand.
Ooh,
Oh, amazing.
that's amazing. I can do better.
You can do better.
I can do better.
Oh, look at that. Hole in one. It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. Oh, hit the pin.
This side not as good. This side not as good. And then here?
Okay, here's the Alcaraz drop shot.
Ooh, okay.
There it is.
So I can feel the difference. And for me, the main feel is how much more I'm cushioning the shot.
Cushioning the shot. Perfect.
Yes.
Exactly. Absorbing the shot, right? And then being out in front, having those soft hands, and that continental grip is going to give you that soft
Right.
feel.
Amazing.
Yes.
So that's feel?
Yes. And I think you did an amazing job compared to the first time. So there you go.
You know, the tough question here is, I come from other sports, I'm athletic, I have feel, I understand feel. What is it for someone who's, let's say this is their first ever sport?
Yes.
How can they understand feel?
A lot of with tennis, it's staying relaxed, keeping your body relaxed. So many tennis players, they get on the court, they're tense, and that's, you know, hitting stiff shots, gripping the roll. It's really to have more of a relaxed body. And that's what happens when you play net, when you're at the net and you're getting attacked. This is one of the most challenging things in tennis, is staying relaxed under extreme intensity. Having that relaxed feel. Even I had a lesson today and she was doing that, and I said, look, just relax, keep the body relaxed and focus. But as far as teaching somebody that is not that athletic, you know, it's just repetition, teaching these fundamentals and getting on the, you know, even getting against a wall and practicing that feel.
I wonder if there's like a metaphor for what feel is. Well, like no feel is when you're just like a wall, right? Bounce off you.
Yes.
So what is a metaphor of when you have feel?
When you have feel.
Is it like Tai Chi or like
Yeah.
they bring it in, they transfer the energy?
I like that. Yeah,
manipulate it?
like I'm always, you know, about the Zen tennis approach, staying nice and relaxed and focused. As far as a metaphor, be like a, yeah, well, you were saying cushioning, right?
Yes.
You know, but the tricky part is with tennis is that you don't want to be too cushiony. You want to be intense but relaxed. That's the real challenge, right?
Right.
But the metaphor, I'll think of that.
Right. I think it's the goal of this is you want to be able to manipulate the ball. And if we think about like Tai Chi or like, I don't know, Tai Chi movies.
Yes.
When something comes and they need to manipulate it, they first need to be able to control the transfer of energy.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's smart. I love that.
All right, so that was feel. I mean, that was it's a very good lesson. I think for a lot of people watching at home, they need to practice a lot to truly understand what this means.
Yes,
But
yes.
if they can understand it to my level or have some sort of athletic background, I think this pickup of how to do it in tennis was very valuable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All
Yes,
right.
absolutely. Thank you.
If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out next video over here. Check out Tim down below and West Vancouver
Tennis
Club.
Club.